some light on it. Alright. Jeff and Pouncer here. Most importantly, Pouncer. It's late. I don't know what time it is. But we had to come to the park for a double session today. And see how Pouncer wants to work me out. Let's see what's up with you guys. It's funny. Sometimes we come here and get people from across the world. I mean, it's like the UN. And sometimes we come here and there's absolutely nobody. It's all weird. But usually it depends on what time we come on and how long you stay. The longer you stay, the more people come. Thing is, we don't really care. You know, it's like we do this for fun. So it's just nice, though, to share, you know, Pounce's experiences. And I'm glad people have seen him grow up since he was so tiny. But he's only 5 months old. You know, he's still just a baby. Just a big baby. It's funny when I carry him past the little baby. Oh, he's looking for that white cat again. I don't know, buddy. He's got a little friend here. You know, he's bug hunting the whole time. There's a cute little white cat that lives here. He goes right to that spot where she was. Oh, she right there. Whoa. See, they're so fast. They're so fast that when they take off, they literally go in the air. You know, it's like there's no way I can keep up. No one can keep up. But I do what I can, you know. But I work Pouncer hard, man. Pouncer, you know, he's got an outdoor enclosure where I make him play a lot. We do a lot of running in the afternoon. Then we do like walking and some running when we come to the second park. Today it's here. And then we do jumping practice for like 2 hours, you know, even like it's really late. But look, sometimes I'm really tired at work. But we do jumping practice. What, it's dark and you, me is sunny. I don't know. What's up, Rose? I don't know where you are. Your favorite Bruno Tuxer. How you doing, bro? Sorry I can't pronounce that. This is Pouncer. He says hi to everybody. Hope you're all well. We come out at least twice a day. You know, to me, it's very important to keep Pouncer in not just healthy shape and beyond that, you know, athletic shape. Let me get my glasses on. Hang on, buddy. I'm coming. Chef, Salima, hi, or Assalamu alaikum, if you speak Arabic. This is the tree he likes to climb. If you don't know, he's a good boy. He really is. Pouncer is like the nicest serval cat you'll ever see. You know, ever since he was a little baby, he's just so sweet. And it's funny because he's only 5 months old. When I carry him past the little cats we have outdoors, it's so funny because he's gigantic compared to them now. But, you know, I carry him past them and he's the giant baby. And they know. They know. They love him. He used to love them. He still does. But, you know, lately he hasn't behaved very well with them. Walaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Where are you? So, you know, I worry about it a little bit. Mama One Shot, how you doing? What's up, Blake? We are in, we go to 3 spots. We live in South Carolina, North Carolina, and Alabama. Cheetah, Blake, this ain't no cheetah. Hola, ¿cómo estamos? ¿En qué país estás? It's okay, baby. Pouncer is a serval, Serval. They're medium-sized cats. They're my favorite cats. And I got his dad, his name is Swaggers. I got him by accident. What's up, Laylee? Mama's one for Alabama. Greetings from Russia. Yes, ma'am. My accent's not from there. I grew up in Spain, then New York, which you can hear in me. But I got his dad in Africa. It's a crazy story. I was covering a story for the New York Times where I work. Slow down, bro. All right, let's just run. And there was this little cat, a baby, a little tiny kitten. And turns out they were gonna kill him. And I was like, what? Why would you hurt this little kitten? Well, now that I know him, I wonder what he did to them. So I took him.
Take the next left onto Front Street, then turn left onto Sanborn Street.
So I took him home, which was a whole experience. I had to take him to the vet and get all sorts of permits. You kill that bug, bro. And then I didn't know what he was. I saw, I figured, this was Cameroon, Africa. So I figured, the cats there, the dogs, they have spots, right? Yeah, it's a serval. So I figured, all right, the cats have spots too. I just figured it would be like a orangey yellow cat with spots. Who knew? And he kept growing and growing. And then I found out what he was while I was in New York. So turns out they're illegal in New York. So we had to move to North Carolina.
Head south on North McQueen Street, State Road S21546 toward Barnes Street, then turn right onto Barnes Street.
Blake, what up? His name is Pouncer. His dad's name is Swagger. Swagger's, I only have him every other week right now because he's making babies. That's a whole other story. But Swaggers and Pouncer can't be together because Swaggers would kill him immediately. Pouncer's very sweet. Swaggers is a good boy. He's very sweet too. But Swaggers has another side to him. All right, I'm coming. Another side to him that's, a little crazier. He's always been a psychopath. And Swaggers has never liked me too much. I think he considers me his slave. Sometimes he tolerates me. I don't think you guys can see his shadow, but his ears, no, you can't with the flash, but his ears become gigantic in this shadow. Looks like a giant Batman. Can I be your sub? What do you mean? Substitute teacher? He hunts. He tries. He's never killed anything. I think he once caught a bug in his mouth. But, he tries. He saw a cat the other day. He sort of tried to chase it around, but then he lost it. Then he saw, what was it? Oh, a bird. And the bird got away too. But, he's still a baby. And what's up, tarantula videos? And, in the wild, they live with their mom for like a year. Pretty much exactly a year for some reason. Can I be your subscriber? Well, why not? I thought you wanted to be a substitute teacher. Or something else. Don't do it. Sometimes he gets thoughts about trying to jump over that. What's up, Drix22? Thank you. Say thank you. Drix says you're pretty. You're so handsome. He's a good boy. I know I say it too much. Yes, he's a serval. What's up, Bill Reed? I know I say it too much, but he really is he's a good-natured, sweet cat. Nah, man. What's up, Cherry Lynn? I wouldn't sell my best friend. And people get mad that I give him so many kisses. Oh, I hear a voice. Oh, it's a person. I can't believe it. Pouncer, you're going to get scared. Ever plan on owning a tiger? No. I actually heard today that someone in Nevada who has tigers got them all taken away. I got to find out the story. I don't know it yet. But no, I would be able to care for it well, Servals as far as I go. And man, the outdoor enclosures, just those. Swaggers and him, they have the largest enclosures for servals in the country. I ain't building one for a tiger. I don't have it in me. It's expensive. It's a lot of money. So you kill that bug, bro. Wait, what is it? What is it? Sometimes he scares me. Yesterday we went to a church. And he dug up maggots. It was so disgusting. I didn't even notice. I thought he was eating dirt. So that's why I had to yell at him. Then I saw they're like the rice-a-roni kind, And he started to eat them. It was so disgusting. He didn't say for the permit. I don't know. Is there a sale? Can I have it? I'll give you $200. I would never sell my baby or his dad. And I would never buy a cat, to be honest. Oh, I'm sorry, buddy. I'm sorry, I nicked him. I think it's always best to get a rescue. You know, I mean, Swaggers was a rescue, just from Africa. What's up, Candy? Do you know Bobo means? Yeah, it's like dummy in Spanish. What's up, Trish? Yeah, rescue is the way to go. You know, why not? Like, he's not a bobcat. I didn't pay anything. I own his dad. Bobcats, to me, are like a mystery because they're here in the United States. You get a bobcat for free. They're here, but they look exactly like Eurasian lynxes. Everyone keeps asking me if these for sale. It's weird, you know, because they're from different continents, but they can breed. I guess that's convergent evolution. I just think it's amazing. Get rid of this one. Alright. Hey, Johnny. Pouncer's a serval. Serval. They're from Africa. I got his dad in Cameroon, Africa. He got confused. It's like they get like sensory overload. They sense everything so well. You know, like much more than a dog. He senses everything with those ears and the nose and the whiskers. That, like when they're outside, hey, you know, they sort of trip out from sensory overload. You got a cheetah and a calico. That's an interesting mix. Do they get along? What state are you in? And what's your cheetah's name and your calico's name? I don't want people to know that, you know, all calico cats are female. And they're so cute. They fight sometimes. How could a calico fight with a cheetah? How you doing, PP? That would be good. You leaving a message for your friends? My name is Afrikaans because I live in South Africa. Oh, cool. Ask the cat god. I usually talk to the, you know, the surfing gods and the gods of jiu-jitsu. I never knew. Whoa, bro. Good jumping. Good boy, but you're tangled up now, buddy. You're tangled up. Wait. Could you ever listen to me just one time, baby? Look, you're tangled up. Okay, good boy. Thank you, tarantula. Do you really have tarantulas? You know, it's like I'll handle any venomous snake in the world, but I'm not big on spiders. You see, Bobby, I'm not big on spiders. It's your cat, what is that? Skinwalkers. I don't know what that is. I'm a boy. All right.
Head east on Front Street toward North McQueen Street, State Road S21-546.
I'm trying, bro.
Head south on Sanborn Street toward Barnes Street, then turn right onto Barnes Street.
Yeshua. He's just so fast. You know, when he was a baby, it was so easy to keep up. You want to have a serval someday. Well, you got to start doing your research, you know. You can always hit me up on Messenger, Facebook. Alyssa, how are you? Black widows aren't dangerous? Look, to me they are, because I'd rather fucking die than go near one. Yeah, Afrikaans. You speak Zulu? Does she like to swim? They like water. Do you have a car? Yes. Hey, D-Man. Thank you so much. Pouncer. D-Man says you're beautiful. Say thank you. Say thank you. He says thank you. You caught your leash. I'm glad.
Head south on Sanborn Street toward Barnes Street, then turn right onto Barnes Street.
What kind of cat is that? There are two things I get asked so much, probably like millions of times in my life. The first one is, how do you say? Because I teach Spanish. And all I hear from every kid is, how do you say? How do you say? And the other one's, what kind of cat is that? And he's a serval. Serval. An African serval cat. They're cool. They have spots and stripes. The only cats that have both. Do these? What's up, Solid Tank? Cost like thousands of dollars. Yes, they do. I never paid for one. I rescued his dad, but they go for like $5,000. Baby might be a little bit more, maybe a little less. I don't know. You don't want to get an adult because they bond to only one person. I wouldn't do it on the black market. I don't even know if there is a black market, but they bond to one person, which makes it very important to have a plan in place. Hey, this is my pleasure. I have. This guy's nuts. Get rid of him. Sometimes we attract some of the crazies, but not that many. But sometimes, man, we get some of the strangest messages that are held for review. Like, I'm not talking about just like dirty, like beyond dirty, just crazy things. It's funny because like he has a whole open field, but they'll always choose a place like this where they could, use their camouflage, find bugs and all that. He likes coming here. We go to a lot of different parks, but this one's a nice one just to sort of walk in, And I could let him go here, to be honest. He always just stays right by me. You see the leashes, and I'm not tugging on him. He's tugging on me. But he always comes back. There are times when I have let him go when it was completely safe and in his enclosure. He always stays by me. Swaggers would just leave me flat. Swaggers has busted out of his enclosure in the house a bunch of times already. And don't blame me. He jumped through a window once. He's crazy. Yeah, your dad's nuts, but you're a good boy, buddy. I don't know how to really handle this. There's so many messages. Send me via God. That's nice. Sorry, she passed. You need an exotic pet license. That depends on the state. In this state, you don't. Is that a cat? Yeah. Oh. Well, you take it back to the jungle. They're not from the jungle, and they can't live out there. There's no food, and they were gonna kill his father, so he was a rescue. And that's just a terrible idea. But I'll just take him to Africa right now and let him loose in the jungle to die. He's already bonded to me. People say that, but survival of the fittest. Well, then I shouldn't be alive. Bro. I always have people that say to me, like, well, them with swaggers or Pouncer, just let them go. And it's such a crazy thing to say. Like, they would die. You're wishing death on them. You couldn't handle the elements here. And, in Africa, they've overdeveloped their territory. There's no food anymore. I've seen the ones in Africa. It's crazy. It's really sad. So, there are some serval rescue organizations. There's one in Alabama. And, it's hard for them to get ones from Africa, but they exist. So what are you guys doing? We're just walking. We had a pretty active day. Things have been going really well. Just busy. Pouncer's been busy. He's been eating a lot of rats. And then he had a rat today, and he threw it at me. It was so disgusting. And he threw it right at me. And then he did this thing that, like, I can't help but admire. He took the rat. They play with it before they eat it. He threw it against the wall, and then he caught it on the rebound. I was like, damn, bro, you can play paddleball. My friends came on the side. Okay, I got eaten by oh, that's terrible. I'm sorry to hear that. How do you know it was eaten by a bobcat? He saw it. Joe Rogan's dog was eaten by a bobcat. We have more than 5,000 tigers that are pets in Texas. More than the population. Well, yeah, I know. It's terrible. It's terrible what's happening to them. How come you got gloves on? It's jiu-jitsu tape. I wear it because he sometimes, like when I play with him, he scratches me, like, you know, and I just sort of, like, I'll tickle his belly. He doesn't mean to. He doesn't bite or anything. His father sometimes does. His father bites my ass at 3:21 a.m. every day, and he does it hard. But what do you see, buddy? But it's just like protection. I'll wear it 1 day or 2 days, and I'll take it off for 2 days, and you know my hands are all chopped up, but really they heal very fast. Can he be declawed? Well, I don't know if that's legal. It's not ethical. It hurts them. They never walk the same again. They're in pain their whole lives. It's not something I would ever do. It's like defanging a snake. You know, taking out their glands. It's their only means of protection, and they grow back. My neighbor's got. Oh, they're hiding your comment, Shani, because of that R word. But that's crazy. It's funny that they can't have hybrids, you know, because if a cat, like, if Pouncer were to get married to, say, Crackers, the female house cat that I have, and so if they had children, those would be Savannah cats. And those are worth a lot of money, man. Like the first generation especially. I don't know why people are so crazy for them. You know, I have an F3. I love her to death, but she's not like a serval, you know. Maybe a little bit more active, but to spend that kind of money, you gotta be crazy. I got her as a rescue too. You don't have to donate. We don't care about that, you know. Really, we just do this for fun. His name is Pouncer. What's up, Cairo? Still cute as fuck. But like, god damn. What's up, Jimmy? Shannon. I'm sorry, I didn't know what other word to use. Oh no, that's the right word. Just YouTube, you know. It's okay, buddy. You know, sometimes he just likes to make sure I'm here. Sometimes he'll just like jump into my arms. He just needs to be hugged. Yesterday, we went to this church we sometimes go to. This tremendous. Oh wow, thank you so much. I think that's like the first gift we ever got. Thank you so much, Johnny. That's so sweet of you. No one's offended. No one saw it. That's so kind of you. Don't do it, bro. You can sharpen your nails, but don't climb. I climb a little bit. Anything that gets them to use their senses is good enrichment, you know. All right. Where are you from? Well, I was born in Spain, but on an American military base. So it's a funny way of growing up, you know. Weird upbringing. I spoke English on weekends and Spanish. I went to school in Spain. So I never knew there were two languages. You know, I just grew up confused. Still confused, but it's coming in handy. Where are you from?
Head west on Barnes Street towards Sanborn Street.
It's okay, buddy. I don't know why we're getting directions. You know where you're going. There is my last donate. Thank you so much. But don't donate. You know, we didn't do anything. One, you know, and we just we do this for fun, you know. But I appreciate it so very much. And it's just it's very kind. What is that? A bobcat? What's up, Chris? See how often I get asked.
Head south on North McQueen Street, State Road S21 546 toward Barnes Street, then turn right onto Barnes Street.
I gotta get someone to say that for me. Serval, serval cat. They have satellite dishes for ears, right? Look at those ears. I love his ears. But, you know, when he gets mad, he puts them down and smacks me around. I know, I saw that. But still, you know, I hate when people like ask for money. Like on TikTok, you'll see a girl just sitting there just asking for money and like, thank you. Why are people sending a stranger money? You know, we just like, you know, I just like people sharing in the experiences. Thank you, Richard. You told me. I gotta get to South Africa. You guys are dope. You got mambas of all sorts.
Head south on North McQueen Street, State Road S21 546 toward West North B. Baruti Streat, then turn right onto Barnes Street.
The other night, so I'm probably gonna have more hybrids out there. I heard bobcats can't breed with normal house cats, so they can't. Hey Hannibal, it's a cat. Hey Curtis, I sent you R21. Thank you. Actually, bobcats and lynxes, especially lynxes, it probably wasn't what you think. What do you find? They just scream, like, psychopathically at night. And what'd you find, bro? Don't eat maggots. What'd you find, Pouncer? He found something. And then when he gets home, he jumps on me with his dirty feet before I can even wash them. And he puts the paper towels everywhere. He's such a trip. But you can't, bless you, but you can't get mad because everything he does is funny. What's up, buddy? What you got? What you got? Ew. So anyway, yesterday when we were at that church, there was a fence like this, and on the other side there was a cemetery. And I'm thinking, should we go there? Like, if I had a loved one there, it wouldn't be disrespectful. I think it'd be nice. But okay, I'll run. But I don't. And so I'm talking about it, like, should we go there? I don't know. Like, it looked very peaceful. I think, if I were in a cemetery, I'd love that. The people that like my grandparents would love that. But I don't know. So, talking about it right next to the fence, and Pouncer suddenly jumps on the fence. Like almost got over the whole thing. Like we were almost in that cemetery. And I was like, damn, he's going to come back with a hand or something, But I caught him and I brought him back. And he got so mad at me because he heard me and he wanted to go in there. And I was like, I don't know, man. We haven't made that decision. There have been times when I really have been tempted to take him. I know it seems disrespectful. I don't mean it that way. Just that some of them are so like nice and wide open. And in some, what do you find, branch, there's not even tombstones, but I don't know, it strikes me as disrespectful, even though it's weird. Like if I had someone there, it wouldn't be. Isn't that kind of weird? But the church that we went to yesterday, and today, he took me in the back of it, and he must have walked me like 7 miles, and he got lost. He got so lost. And I got lost. Usually takes me back to the car. Oh, man. We were there for like 6-7 hours. Just lost. He had the time of his life. I was like, what the fuck are we going to do? How are we going to get out of here? I thought we might be there forever and die. And he would hunt and not share. But then yesterday and today we went to the front of the church. And he loved that too. It's funny. He goes to the doors and he hits them. Like he knocked on the doors of the church at night. Which, the funny thing is, a few weeks ago, we went to that same church, and he took me to a window, and there was a guy there at 3 a.m. I couldn't believe it. And Pouncer's knocking on the window, and the guy, looked at me and just waved, like you think he'd be shocked. What's the matter, buddy? That was me. You'd think the guy would be shocked, but he didn't seem to be. Okay, I'm coming. I'm doing my best. You're gonna kill me. But he wasn't fazed at all. Oh, you leash. Man, there are so many bugs out here. It's funny, you don't really see them. And then you put the flash on and you see, oh, bro. You think I'm a Oompa Loompa, not an elf. Sometimes when you walk them, you'll see they pace. And if they have an outdoor enclosure, they'll always pace. And in the wild, they pace. They're just checking out their little territory. They don't like to have that much territory. But, come here, buddy. Just tie it up. Hang on, baby. Hang on, Pouncer. Wait, one second. Just wait 1 second, you crazy maniac. Wait, sit down. Stay for a second. Just for a second. You're all tied up, bro. Oh, you're a good boy, I know. But you're all tied up. What do you want from me? Okay, that's better, I think. Wait, that's not better. That's worse. All right, you're going to have to wait. You're all tied up. Wait. Now your other thing is tied. You're a maniac. You got to wait. All right. Almost. This one's better. Good boy. Okay, now, get off that. All right, orejones. Oh, you're stuck on it, bro. I didn't do it. I'm sorry, baby. I'm sorry. It's intertwined. Look, my bad, okay? If that helps. Alright, that's under my foot now. Oh, man. This is why I don't get a retractable leash. Okay. Okay. Run, Pouncer, run. Is your hand bandaged from him? It's to prevent from him.
Head north
What's
on
up,
Sanborn
VR?
Street toward Front Street.
Right.
Then after the railroad crossing, turn
Artist.
right.
The artist, how you doing? Yeah, I had an artist paint Pouncer. He came blank. We had him painted. And he's getting me in shape, that's for sure. We keep each other healthy. Thank you. Pouncer, they say you're adorable, buddy. He says thank you. They communicate, you know. They just communicate in their own way. They do. At night, he's got this terrible habit of biting my toes. No matter what I say, he bites my toes. No matter what, I've tried everything. So when he does it, I'll put him out of that room and wait for him to get a little sleepy. When he's sleepy, he doesn't do it. Then when I come out, he just gets so happy. He jumps in happiness. He just keeps jumping, and he'll jump into my arms. It's so cute. It's to protect you from him. Well, he's got me. You know, when we play, he scratches me. He doesn't mean to, but he's just scratching. He doesn't bite. That's what would be really bad. But he, I cut his nails. What sound does he make? I heard they hiss to communicate. That's a myth. I don't know why people say that. They hiss. When they hiss, and they're like, ah. That's exactly what it seems like, you know? It's like a big fat fuck you, you know? It's like, get away from me. That's exactly what it seems like, and that's what they mean. They don't hiss to communicate. They might hiss in a way like, I'm annoyed, but it's never that they're happy. They're not communicating anything. Except that, just bad things. I know that's all over the internet. I don't know why people write that. I've worked with a lot of servals. They just don't do that. Yeah, well, it's not your fault. They publish a lot of nonsense about these cats. You know, because who has a serval? And what's up, auto subject? I don't know what WSG is. So few people have them that you have to understand they're all related. You know, it's just inevitable interbreeding. And, you know, Swagger's is an exception because he's, you know, I actually got him in Africa. Bro, we're all tied up. Alright, fuck it. Now, he might take me back to the car. He might not. He always likes to walk on these lots. How much to buy one? Figure $5K. No, I wouldn't do that. That's what
In 400 feet, turn right.
How much it cost you? Whenever one person asks, the next one asks. About $5K. But honestly, it's better to rescue a cat. You can go to any shelter and you'll find a Savannah cat, and they're part serval. Why spend so much money, you know, for a cat that is crazy hard to keep? It's illegal in most states. You know, usually they have a very rough temperament. It's going to cost you a fortune. Just the outdoor enclosure is going to, like mine was in the tens of thousands of dollars. You want to go back? Want to go back? Oh, you're stopping. All right, we're going to go. You take care, guys. Thank you for coming. All right, buddy, wait.